forehead down. Your hips sink back. Let's just take a few cleansing breaths here. In through your nose, out through your mouth. Inhale. Open up your mouth and let it go. One more time. And then inhale through your nose. Keep your mouth closed and sigh. And again, nice inhale. Keep your mouth closed and let it go. Keep that going. Walk your hands over to the right side of the mat. Bring your head towards your right knee. So right away when we bring our forehead down, we get our head a little bit lower than our heart, we start to calm the nervous system down and then take it over to the left. And come back to the center. Come up onto your hands and your knees. And right away, come to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers. Tuck your toes under. Let your head hang down and then bend your right knee. Allow your left heel to send down towards the floor. And then bend your left knee and drop your right heel down. And then even out your sides. Feel an even grounding your hands and your feet. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth and exhale it out. And then look up, walk your feet up top of the mat. You're gonna have your feet a little bit wider here. Take an inhale, get some length, and then exhale, fold. And just let your head and arms hang down. Just sway your torso from side to side. And go easy, like Nina, bend your knees a little bit so that you have a little give in your low back, just allowing it to warm up really nicely, nice and slowly. Okay, pause in the middle, turn your toes open, bend your knees, and sit into Malasana, the squat. And then just crawl your fingertips forward, drop your chin down, and get this stretch for the back side of the body. Starting to open it up. And you can sway from side to side a little bit. Okay, and then pause in the middle, lift your hips, turn your toes forward, and let's just roll it up to standing, one vertebrae at a time. Loop your shoulders up and back and release. Let's take a little side stretch here. So reach your arms up, grab a hold of your left wrist, reach your arms over to the right, and let your hips fall away from your fingertips. So you get this stretch through that side hip. And then come back up, other side. And then come back up, reach up through the crown of your head and release your arms down. Okay, feet together, top of your mat. Turn your palms open, bring your shoulders a little bit closer together on your back. Then inhale, reach up tall. And your exhale, bow forward and down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank and hold. So shoulders right over your wrists, heels over your toes, belly lifts in and up. Look a little in front of your mat. And then from here, drop your knees down and then lower all the way down. Sphinx pose. Come up onto your elbows, lift your chest, root your toes down. Isometrically pull your hands back towards your waist. And try and draw your chest forward. And then lower down, hands by the sides of your chest. Same thing, kind of pull your chest forward, get length through the side body as you rise up. And keep your elbows bent. Then you can just kind of rock your hips from side to side. Okay, and then pause in the center, lower down, push up onto your hands and your knees, tuck your toes under, and lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Full deep breaths. Steady your attention on your breath and steady your eyes right between your legs. After your exhale, look up, walk your feet up, top of the mat. Take an inhale, get that length. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, stretch your arms up. Palms together in front of your heart. And again, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bow forward and down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, step back to plank. Hold that plank again. So think about spinning the inner thighs up towards the ceiling, staying really broad through your chest. And then from here, as you lower down, keep your elbows right by your side. So remember, keeping them in those like railroad tracks. Come onto your belly, root your toes, lift your chest, and same thing. Try and prevent your elbows from bowing out too much as you rise up. And then lower down, tuck the toes under, lift your hips up and back for downward facing dog. Let's take a little side stretch here. So you're going to bend your right knee, tip your heels and hips over to the right. Look out underneath your left arm. Glue the outer edge of your left foot down. You'll get a nice stretch to the outer hip, the IT band. And then come back to the center, other side. Look out underneath your right arm. Glue the outer edge of that right foot down. And then stretch back evenly. Empty your exhale and then look up. Bring your feet up, top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Stretch your arms up. Palms together. And again, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bow forward and down. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, take it back. And this time you have a choice. So you can lower halfway down to chaturanga and take that up dog. Otherwise, just repeat coming on the floor and take that cobra, especially if your low back's bothering you. Mita, I would stay in cobra today. And then downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Just roll your toes and your hip open, bend your knee, let your heel drop back. Take some ankle rolls. And then straighten your legs, set your foot down, and we'll switch sides. Lift your left leg up, roll it open, bend your knee, let your heel drop back. Take the ankle rolls. And then straighten your legs, set it down, stretch back evenly. Empty your exhale. And then look up, lightly bring your feet up, top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up, stretch your arms up. Palms together. And again, inhale, stretch up. Exhale, bow forward and down. Just warming up here. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, lightly take it back and lower chaturanga. Inhale, take your back bend. And exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Low lunge. Bring your foot up. Back knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Now lift your chin, lift up out of your waist. Then nice and easy, draw the hips forward and down. You can hook your right thumb behind your left. That's kind of a nice action. Pull the elbows apart. You get this nice broadening through your chest and your shoulders, and then lift your gaze and see if you can get your palms to touch. And then release your hands down. Take it back and through, Vinyasa. And then lift your left leg up. Anjaneyasana, low lunge. Bring your foot up, back knee down. Inhale, sweep your arms up. You get that lift up out of your waist. Anchor down through the top of that back foot. And then hook your left thumb behind your right. Pull your thumbs apart. That's it. Back knee is on the ground. Unless you've got some knee issues, then keep the knee lifted. And let your head fall back, get your palms to touch. And then release your hands down. Take it back and through, Vinyasa. And full conscious breaths. Stretch back, one more breath. And then after your exhale, look up. Maybe hop your feet up this time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up. Stretch your arms up. Palms together in front of your heart. Okay, tree pose. So hands on your hips, standing on your left foot. Lift your right knee up. Get your knee up towards your chest. So you're kind of using your core strength first. Zip up your low belly, lift up through your chest. Now grab your foot, bring it into the inner leg. Okay, feel your frontal hip bones. Make sure they're nice and level. And then palms together in front of your heart. Push the heels of your hands together and reach up through the crown of your head. And then when you're ready, stretch your arms up. And plug the big toe down, reach up out of your waist. So we're reaching out in opposite directions. We're grounding down first and then trying to get extension by lifting up. But then allow your shoulders to relax down, draw your ribs in a little bit. Take one more breath. Okay, palms together. Release the foot and turn the knee forward, give it a little lift, and then set it down. Okay, other side. Hands on your hips, standing on your right foot, lift the left knee up. So get that and really get that standing leg nice and straight and strong and engaged. Then grab the foot, bring the foot into the inner thigh. And then isometrically, think about dragging your heel down the inner leg. At the same time, zip up your low belly, palms together in front of your heart. Draw everything into the midline, pushing the lifted foot in, pushing the hands together. Then keep plugging that big toe down as you reach up. Right? If you lose it, no big deal. Just take a breath and then come back to it. Okay. And if you want to really challenge your balance, you can start to lift your gaze and look up. That's it. Okay, look forward, palms together in front of your heart. Pull the foot away, lift the knee, turn the knee forward, lift it up just for a breath. And then lower down. Okay, nicely done. Katasana chair pose. Big toes together, bend your knees, sit back. Sweep your arms up. Exhale, touch down, straighten your legs and let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, take it back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, shoulders back. Exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Little core work here. Draw your knee towards your nose, curl into your back, curl and scoop out your belly, and then extend your leg up and back. 2 more times. Pull the knee in, lift the back up towards the ceiling, and then extend it back. 1 more time. Curl it in and extend it back. Okay, high lunge. Bring your foot up. Keep the back knee lifted and reach your arms up. Pour a little bit more weight into that back foot. And stack your front knee over that heel. Draw your belly in and back. Draw your ribs back and try and bring your arms back. And if the balance is there, start to lift your gaze and maybe get your palms to touch. Good. Left hand to the floor, gentle twist to the right. Reach your right arm up. Lean back. Push a little bit more weight into that back foot. And then release your hand down. Take it back and through, Vinyasa. From down dog, lift your left leg up. Do that same core work. Draw your knee towards your nose, scoop out your belly, and extend your leg up and back. 2 more times. Pull it in and extend back. Pull it in. Get really high on those back toes, and then extend it back. High lunge. Bring your foot up. Use that same core strength. Inhale, rise up. So right away, pour a little bit more weight into that back foot. Try and get that back leg nice and straight. Round down through the front heel. Drop the front ribs down and in and lift your back ribs up towards your thumbs. And then maybe lift your gaze and get your palms to touch. And right hand to the floor, gentle twist to the left. Reach your arm up. Lean your whole head and torso back. And pour a little bit more weight into that back foot. And then release your hand down. Take it back and through, Vinyasa. Full conscious breaths. After your exhale, look up. Maybe lightly hop your feet up this time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Katasana, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back, stretch your arms up. Now, right away, you're gonna rise up and pull your left knee up towards your chest. Okay, from here, warrior three. Start to kick the foot back. So you can keep your arms up over your head. Straighten your front leg, stamp through the back foot. Now we're gonna rise back up, pull the knee up into the chest. And again, warrior three. Tip it back, tip it forward. Reach out in opposite directions. Good, one more time, rise up, pull the knee into your chest. Okay, now cross the ankle over your thigh, standing pigeon. Palms together in front of your heart, let that knee drop open. That's it, sit back. And then slowly rise back up, pull the knee in and set it down. Okay, nicely done. Reach your arms up, pull your right knee up. Warrior three. So if you need a little bit more stability, just keep your palms in front of your heart. Otherwise, challenge yourself to keep your arms above your head. Lean forward, kick that foot back. And then rise up, pull the knee into your chest. Helps to really flex that foot. And then again, warrior three. Lean forward, kick it back. Good, rise back up, pull the knee up. And then standing pigeon, you can put your hands on your hips or palms together in front of your heart and cross the ankle. Sit back into that hip, into that heel, and feel that hip open up on the right side. Okay, now rise up, pull your knee into your chest, reach up, and set it down. Okay, Katasana, big toes together, bend your knees, sit back, reach your arms up. Exhale, touch down, straighten your legs and let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, take it back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, shoulders back, and exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Warrior one, bring your foot up. Drop your back heel down and inhale, rise up. Okay, so right away, come into this warrior three position. Lower your torso halfway down. Push a little bit more weight into that back heel and try and bring your belly over your front thigh. Now from here, reach back behind you, interlace your fingers, right thumb on top of your left. Humble warrior, bow forward and down. Pour a little bit more weight into that back foot. Now ground down through your feet. Inhale, rise back up, reach your arms up. Look up, maybe get those palms to touch. And then open it up, warrior two. And sit down nice and deep. Shoulders over your frontal hip bones. Bring your arms back in space, opening up through your chest. So now turn your front palm up, reverse warrior. Tip it back. Keep your arms where they are. Straighten your front leg and reach back even more. Now bend your front knee, side angle, forearm onto your thigh for this first one, and circle your left arm all the way up over your head. Just roll your belly up, roll your chest up. Get long through the left side of your torso. And then look down, touch down, take it back and through, Vinyasa. And lift your left leg up. Vira A, warrior one, bring your foot up and bring it towards that left wrist. Give yourself a little bit more space through your hips and then reach your arms up. Okay, from here, lower your torso halfway down. Right, turn your belly over your front thigh. Try and tack that left hip back and plug the back heel down. Now reach your arms back behind you. Interlace fingers, left thumb on top of the right, and bow forward and down. Let your head go, allow your shoulders to draw down your back. And then ground down through your feet. Inhale, rise back up, reach your arms up, maybe look up for a breath. And then open it up, warrior two. Vira B. All right. Track the knee right in line with the center toes. Bring your arm bones back in space. Stretch out in opposite directions with your fingertips. Reach up through the crown of your head, even as you bring your hips a little bit lower. And keep the legs where they are, reverse warrior. Tip it back. Now straighten your front leg, reach back even more. Side angle, bend your front knee, forearm onto your thigh, and circle your other arm all the way above your head. Just roll your belly and your chest up. Get long through the right side this time. And then look down, touch down, take it back and through, vinyasa. You can always skip those vinyasas. Good, full deep breaths. Okay, after your exhale, look up, bring your feet up top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Katasana chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back. Reach your arms up. Now from here, we're gonna split the knees open and as slowly as possible, have a seat for Navasana. So right here, we're just working on balance, right? So you can have the knees bent or legs straight. Roll the inner thighs down towards the floor, zip up your low belly, lift up through your chest. Hold it here, see if you can lean back. And then see if you can add the arms up. So just like kind of what we did with Warrior 3, arms up over the head, making it always a little bit more challenging. Okay, reverse table, hands and feet down. Lift your hips, lift your chest, let your head go. And lower down. Okay, and then reach your arms forward, number 2, Navasana. Okay, so this time, we'll start to lower to Ardha Navasana, and then use the core to come back up. Now, if you want an extra challenge, reach your arms above your head, lower down as much as you can, and then come back up. And again, lower one more time, reach out, and come back up. Reverse table, hands and feet down. Lift up. And lower down. Okay, number 3. From here, we're gonna go nice and slowly all the way down to the floor to the count of 10. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, lift your legs straight up over your hips. Have your arms by your sides. Draw your low back into the mat and lower your right leg so it's hovering over the floor. So it's almost like Ardha Navasana, right? And then slowly bring it back up and switch. Keep that contact with the low back and the floor. And then come back up. Okay, now from here, interlace your fingers, open up your elbows. You can keep your head on the ground or lift your head and shoulders up, and then same thing. Lower the right leg down. And then come back up. Go nice and slow. The slower you go, and then switch. More deliberate the movement, the more you're gonna get out of it. And then come back up. And again, lower. See if you can lift your head and open up your elbows a little bit more. Come back up. And switch. And rise back up. Okay, lower your head and shoulders down. Hug your knees into your chest, take a break. And then extend your legs back up. Interlace your fingers, open up your elbows. Now we'll work on the obliques. So you're gonna lower the right leg to hover, and you're gonna bring your right knee to your left elbow. Push the low back on the floor, and then come back up and switch. Push the low back on the floor. Come back up. And again, pull it over. Come back up and take it over. Last one here. Come back up. Hug your knees into your chest. Now grab a hold of the back of your thighs, take a few rocks, and we're gonna try to come back up to Katasana, okay? So you may need to use your hands, or you may be able to just kind of pop up, right? Yeah, good, Lisa Marie. And then rise up, that's it. Okay, from here, exhale, fold forward and down, and let it go. Inhale up halfway. Exhale, take it back and lower, chaturanga. Inhale, shoulders back, and exhale, downward facing dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Warrior 1, bring your foot up. Drop your back heel down. So again, make the foot a little bit wider, bring it a little bit wider before you rise up. Look up just for breath, and then open it up, Warrior 2. Sit down nice and deep. Turn your palms to face the ceiling. Take an inhale, lift up out of your waist. Triangle pose. Draw your right hip back. Set your hand down on the floor, a block, or the shin. And then lean your top shoulder back. Try and turn your chest up towards the ceiling. Okay, half moon pose here. Hand on your hip. So you can challenge yourself to try and make this transition without touching the floor or touching it as little as possible. If you need a little bit more stability, have your hand down. You can even have a block underneath the hand. Right, roll the back toes open. Reach your other arm up. Stamp through that back foot and try and turn your chest up towards the ceiling. That's it. Okay, hand in your hip, big step back to side angle. So this time you can repeat your form onto your thigh, or you might be able to bring your hand a little bit lower on the outside of your foot, on the floor block, and then circle your other arm all the way up over your head. Or your belly up, or your chest up. And then look down, touch down, transition of your choice. If you want to throw in an arm balance there, if you want to do chaturanga, or just come back to down dog, your choice here. And from down dog, left leg lifts. Warrior one, bring your foot up. Back heel down, inhale, rise up. All right, just for a breath. And we'll open it up, warrior two. Let's sit down nice and deep, open up that front knee. And turn your palms to face the ceiling. Take an inhale, lift up out of your waist. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Draw that left hip back. Set your hand down and reach your other arm up. And try and turn your chest up. Roll that back hip open. Draw the energy up the front leg. Now hand on your hip. Look down towards the floor. See if you can make that transition as lightly as possible. All right. Nice, Betsy. Awesome. Good. Roll the back toes open once you get there. Good, Snezza. Awesome. Good. Lots of energy in that back lifted foot. Turn your chest up, one more breath. Okay, hand on your hip, big step back, side angle. Utthita Parsvakonasana. Turn your right arm up. Get long through the right side of the body. And try and turn your chest up a little bit more. Okay, look down, touch down, take it back and through, Vinyasa. So transition of your choice, whatever you did on the first side. Full deep breaths. And to your exhale, look up, bring your feet up, top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Katasana, chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back, stretch your arms up. So let's take Bakasana, crow pose. So hands to the floor. Hug your knees around your upper arms. Look forward. Reach your chest forward. Stay broad through your chest as you lift your heels up. You can always stay in Malasana. Then everyone try and straighten your arms, curl your back, look way forward, and then either lightly step or hop back and lower chaturanga. And then inhale, shoulders back, and exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up behind you. Warrior one. Bring your foot up, drop your back heel down, and inhale, rise up. Okay, from here, bring your palms together in front of your heart. Lift your back heel up and lower your torso halfway down. So from here, transitioning to warrior three again. Shift your weight forward. And slowly lift the back leg up and slowly extend your arms up over your head or out to your sides. Belly lifts in and up. Good, now inhale, rise up, pull your knee up towards your chest. Now we're gonna take eagle pose. You can start with your hands on your hips and cross your thigh over, your left thigh over your right. Squeeze in and then reach your arms out to your sides and bring your right arm underneath your left. Okay, hug in. So this is a tricky transition. If you need to kind of take an extra step to get here, no problem. You might be able to hook your toes behind the calf. Hold it here or slowly lower your elbows to tap your knees. And then rise back up. Slowly unravel standing splits. Touch down. Let your head go. Walk your hands in. Lift your back leg up a little bit higher. Inhale up halfway. Now big step back to low lunge. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, circle your arms up. Okay, now let's take the twist here. Right hand on your thigh. Left elbow comes around. Palms together in front of your heart. Lift your chest. Okay, and then you can stay right here or build it from here. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee up. You can even take that revolved side angle by dropping your back heel down. You might be able to extend the arms out. Even work that bind. Couple breaths. Okay, release your hands down. Take it back and through, Vinyasa. From down dog, lift your left leg up. Warrior one, bring your foot up. Drop your back heel down. Inhale, rise up. From here, palms together in front of your heart. Lift your back heel up so you're in that high lunge position. Lower your torso halfway down. Warrior three. Transitioning forward, lift that back leg up and then slowly extend your arms out over your head if you can, or outside. Hold it here. Okay, now we're gonna rise up, pull the knee up towards your chest. Reach your arms up, bring your hands onto your hips, cross your thigh, your top leg over your bottom leg for eagle. Hug the thighs in. Stay here. You might be able to hook the toes. Stretch your arms out and then left arm underneath the right. Wrap your forearms. Put your elbows up. Hold it here. Or if you want a little extra core work, lower your elbows to tap your knees. And then rise back up. Slowly unravel standing splits. Touch down. Go as slow as you can. Let your head go. Walk your hands in towards your foot. Lift your back leg up. Inhale up halfway. Big step back to low lunge. Unless you know you're going to go into that high lunge and you want to just work it from there, then you just keep that back knee lifted or even drop that back heel down. Right? Palms together. Push a little bit more weight into that back foot. Each breath just twisting a little bit more. Okay, and then release your hands down. Take it back and through, Vinyasa. And from down dog, walk your hands back to your feet for Patangustasana. So grab a hold of your big toes. Pull your elbows up to draw your chest down. Pour a little bit more weight into your toes. Then inhale up halfway, Patangustasana. So slide your hands underneath your feet now. The toes right to the creases of your wrist so you get this counter stretch for your wrist and then fold forward. Inhale up halfway. Now release your hands, walk forward back to down dog. And then come down onto your knees and come down onto your elbows and we'll set up for dolphin or headstand. Or you can actually go to the wall and do a handstand if you prefer to do a handstand, especially if you're not putting pressure on your head and neck. If you're not inverting, you're not comfortable doing it on your own, then just take dolphin with me. So elbows down, tuck the toes under, knees lift. So it's really down dog on the elbows. If you're feeling good in that dolphin pose, and lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Give a bigger stretch through that opposite hamstring. And then set it down and switch. If you're in that headstand or handstand, whatever variation you're working on, feel free to play around a little bit here. And then set it down. If you're in that dolphin, stretch back evenly. Try and draw your chest back towards your thighs. One more breath. Okay, and then come down onto your knees, and everyone meet up in child's pose. Let your forehead ground down. Stretch your hips back. And then come up onto your hands and your knees, and let's take a twist here. So have your hands as a handprint in front of your shoulders. Reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. Open up your chest, and then thread it underneath the right. Come down into your head and your shoulder. Root that opposite palm down and get this nice twist in the upper back. If you want to go a little bit deeper, you can take the bind, wrap that right arm behind your back. Reach for the left thigh and extend the right leg over. And then release. Come back up. And then reach your right arm up. Open up your chest. And then thread it underneath. And then root your opposite palm down. Get into your upper back. And then if you did the bind on the first side, reach back with that opposite hand, extend the leg out. And then release. Come back to your hands and your knees. Cat-cow. Then inhale, lift your chin and your chest, arch your back. Then exhale, drop your chin and round your back. Inhale, lift your chin and chest. This time, tuck your toes under and exhale, downward facing dog. From down dog, lift your right leg up behind you. Pigeon pose, bring your knee up behind your wrist. Slide your back knee back, walk your hands forward, and bring your forehead down. Keep your hips nice and low. If this does not work on your knee, then you can take it seated or on your back. Breathe into that right hip. A few more breaths. Let your shoulders round, get a little heavier towards the floor. Okay, come back up. Let's take a thigh stretch here. Right hand in front, bend your back knee, draw your heel in. You can always pick it up. Bring that right arm up if you want. Lift up. Good. Okay, release. Come to down dog. Lift your front leg all the way up and back, that right leg. Roll your toes open, roll your hip open. So you have the option to flip your dog here. Set your foot down, wild thing. Bend your knees. Let your head drop back. Reach your arm up over your head. And then come back to down dog. Stretch back evenly, and then lift your left leg up. Pigeon prep, bring your knee up. Slide your back knee back, walk your hands forward and bring your forehead down. And then just slow the breath down. And if thoughts come up, if emotions come up, feelings, we want them to rise up, right? We want them to come to the surface. We want to give them the space, the awareness, acknowledgement. But then we don't sit in them too long, right? So emotions are supposed to last 90 seconds. After that, it becomes this more like cyclical kind of monkey mind churning on the wheel, which we want to avoid. So then you just bring your attention back to the breath. And that kind of breaks up that cycle. And that thought may come back again. And then you give it space, you give it acknowledgement, and then you come back to the breath. And we just do that over and over again. That's the practice. That's the way that we can really process all we're feeling here on the yoga mat. Couple more breaths. A little heavier through the hips, the shoulders. Okay, come back up and take the thigh stretch. Left hand in front, bend your back knee. Draw your heel in. Is that Sage? Is that Sage? Hi, Sage. Okay, and then release. Come to that down dog split. So lift your front leg all the way up and back. Roll your toes and your hip open. And then if you want to flip the dog, go for it here. Just be super mindful of that bottom shoulder. That's it. Okay, and then come back to down dog. Stretch back evenly. Take a big inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth and exhale it out. Okay, now come down onto your knees, your hands in your knees. Let's do half bow pose here. So pour the weight into your right hand, your right knee. Kick that right foot back, kind of out. Tuck the toes under, grab a hold of the top of your foot, and then kick it back. Peel the shoulder back, lean back. That's it. Now release the foot, half moon pose. Extend the leg out. Set your foot down, turn your top palm forward, stretch your arm all the way above your head. Look down towards the floor. And then come to table position, other side. Left hand, left knee, kick the foot out, grab the right foot. Lean back. Peel the shoulder back. Half moon pose, open it up. And then set your foot down and turn your top palm forward, stretch your arm all the way above your head. Okay, table position. And then just come all the way down onto your belly. From here, bow pose, so full bow. Bend your knees, grab a hold of the tops of your feet or your ankles. Flex your toes, kick your feet back, lift your chest. Lift your knees. Hold it here. Okay, Cobra Pose. Set the feet down. Inhale, rise up. Lower down. Tuck your toes under, lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Let's stretch back evenly. Empty your exhale. And then look up, lightly bring your feet up top of the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Katasana chair pose. Bend your knees, sit back. Stretch your arms up. Straighten your legs, palms together in front of your heart. Okay, so let's do that dancer pose. Hands on your hips. Standing on your left foot. Bend your right knee. Kick the foot back. Grab the thigh, or grab the foot and lengthen the thigh down. And then reach your opposite arm up. Your left arm. Zip up your belly, lift up your chest. Think bow pose. Start to kick the foot back. Don't let your knee go too wide. Keep plugging down through that foot. You can bring your first finger and your thumb to touch. Make it really pretty. Nice, Lisa Marie. Okay, and then slowly rise back up. See if you can pull your knee into your chest. Reach your arms up. And then set it down. Okay, nicely done. Hands on your hips, other side. Standing on your right foot. Kick your foot back, kind of lengthen the thigh bones down. Grab your foot. Zip up your low belly, reach up to your chest. Reach your left arm up. Good, and start to kick it back. Keep this nice lift in your chest the whole time. That's it, nice, Ari. Spread the toes. Kick it back even a little bit more. Good, and then inhale. Rise back up, reach your arms up, pull the knee up, and then set the foot down. Okay, come onto your back and let's take bridge pose. Bend your knees. Bend your elbows. Good, Bonnie. Lift your hips, walk up onto your shoulders and interlace your fingers underneath your back. Try and draw your knees forward. Get out of your low back. Okay, lower down. Let your knees drop in towards one another and just take a couple deep breaths. Okay, and again, come on up. Bridge pose. Unless you're ready for wheel. Otherwise, and one nice option is in this bridge pose is you can grab your ankles if you want to go a little bit deeper. So you have to have your hips on the ground. You draw your knees towards your chest, and then you grab your ankles, set your feet down. And then you've got this kind of self-adjustment to go up a little bit higher. Okay, lower down. Take a deep breath. And then let's set up for wheel pose, okay? Unless you're sticking with bridge today. Especially if you're like Nita, if your low back's bothering you, be super mindful with this one. Okay, come on up, wheel pose, hands by the sides of your ears. Come on up to the top of your head. And then straighten your arms, and if you need to, lift your heels up for this one. That's it. Good, Betsy. Couple breaths. Okay, and then lower down. Couple breaths. And then come back to it. Come on up. Bridge or wheel, stick with it. Lift up. Try and straighten your arms a little bit now. Okay, and then lower down. If you've got one more in you, go for it. Otherwise, extend your legs out, reach your arms above your head, get nice and neutral through your spine. Right, and then bend your knees, set your feet down, and we'll take a spinal twist with eagle legs. Cross your right leg over your left. Nice, John, awesome. Reach your right arm over to your right, and then drop your knees to the left. Just close your eyes. Allow your breath to slow down. And then come back to the center, other side. Left leg over, right leg under. Scoot your hips a little bit to the left before you drop them to the right. And then gaze over that left shoulder and just allow that left shoulder to get heavy and weighted towards the floor. And then come back to the center, uncross your legs, hug your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. And then pause, set your feet down, grab a hold of the backs of your thighs and just rock up to seated. Okay, join your shavasana. Extend your left leg straight out, bend your right knee. Bring your foot into your inner thigh. Get right on top of your sit bones. Reach your arms up, lift your chin and chest, and then exhale, fold. And grab whatever you can. Turn your belly over your front thigh, and then fold forward and down. And come back up and switch sides. Get right on top of your sit bones, reach your arms up, lift your chin and chest, and exhale, fold. Take that little inhale, turn your belly over your front thigh, and then fold forward and down again. Come back up. Open up your legs nice and wide. Let's do Parita Janu Shashasana. So you're going to keep your left leg extended. You bend your right knee, bring your foot into your inner thigh, bring your elbow down inside your leg or the top of your leg or a block. Turn your opposite palm up. Reach your arm all the way up over your head. See if you can grab your foot. If you can't, no big deal. Just reach it up over your head. If you've got the foot, then take your opposite hand, kind of push your thigh away from you. Let your head hang down. So you're not holding any tension in your neck, your shoulders. And then rise back up. Let's take a little back bend here. Right hand behind your back. Turn your left palm up. Lift your hips. Push the sole of your left foot down. Open up. And lower down. And then let's switch sides. Have that elbow down. Opposite palm up. Reach up. If you got the foot, great. If not, don't worry about it. Keep your chest lifting up towards the ceiling. So we're trying to get a stretch to the side body. So as you're reaching your arm above your head, just allow that left hip to drop down. Get some space there. Let your head hang down. And rise up. Let's take that little back bend. Left hand behind, reach your right arm up, lift up. And then lower down. Open up your legs nice and wide. So you've got a choice here. You can do Upavishta Konasana and walk your hands forward or even grab your feet. You can bring your legs together a little bit deeper, Paschimottanasana. If your low back is bothering you, you've got any hamstring issues like Nita for you, I would take Charasana and just thread your arms underneath and drop your head down. Just kind of giving the low back a little bit of a break there. Okay. Everyone just let your head hang down. And come back up. Come all the way down onto your back. And Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of your feet together, knees open, one hand on your belly, one hand on your heart. Close your eyes. If this bothers your low back at all, then just bring your knees together, feet apart. And then we'll do a little synchronized breathing here. So in for the count of 4, out for the count of 6, with a little bit of a pause in between. So exhale your breath out. And then inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, pause. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One more time. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then just let your breathing relax, return to its natural rhythm. Draw your legs together, hug your knees into your chest, rock from side to side. And then extend your legs out, reach your arms out, palms face up, shavasana. Final resting pose here. Okay, so just bringing your attention back to your breath. Just feel it as it moves in and out of your belly, in and out of your heart center. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. And stretch your arms up over your head. Take a nice long stretch. And bend your knees, roll over onto your side. And then use your hands to push yourself up to a seated position. And just sit up nice and tall. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Drop your chin down towards your hands. And I'll just leave you with this quote. I think it's so beautiful. Do not be dismayed by the brokenness of the world. All things break and all things can be mended. Not with time, as they say, but with intention. So go, love intentionally, extravagantly, unconditionally. The broken world waits in darkness for the light that is you. So take a big inhale through your nose. Open up your mouth and exhale it out. Here is to the light and all of you guys. Namaste.